Hello YouTube, I'm here to show you that it is possible to make a toggling RS NOR latch in Strat Mechanic. What does that mean? Well, that means you can push a button to open up a door, like so, and then use the same button to close the door. Not only can you use the same button to open and close the same door, but it also has the capability of having multiple inputs, meaning multiple buttons, to do this, to close and open the same door, or whatever you want to toggle. Now, how is this possible? Well, it's kind of complicated. This and this is all what's needed in order to toggle that door. I'm going to try and break it down for you as much as I can. Simply put, it's pretty much two AND gates and two NOT gates attached together with an OR gate to make it multiple inputs. So let's start with the AND gate, because it's the simplest one. The AND gate is one that is a logic circuit that the output will not turn on until both inputs are on. Meaning that if one input is on, the output is still off. If you turn on the other input, the output is still off until both inputs are on, and then turning on the output. Now, the next part is to NOT gates. NOT gates is simply a circuit that the output is the opposite of the input, meaning that you push the button on and then the thing turns off. Now, in order to create the memory circuit, you pretty much just attach two of these together, like so, where the output is attached to the input of the other one, and vice versa. But, in the way this game is made, you can't attach multiple inputs onto the same controller. So from this point, you can't exactly add on anything else to the blocks except for stepping in front of the sensor, toggling the switch then. So that made me figure out that I need to add on a special reset arm, I guess you could call it a reset arm, to the memory circuit, meaning that when you push the button, it interacts with the reset arm, toggling the memory, like so. So that's the NOT gates with a special reset. With the AND gates, kind of connect together to affecting each other's sides. In order to make it a multiple input, you need to have an OR gate, meaning that either input will turn on the output. So your input goes on, output's on. Input on, output's on. And so therefore, that's how you make multiple buttons do the same thing for the same output. Now, this is a expanded, simple and it's isolated version of the whole thing. This right here, these two right here are the memory. These two right here are the AND gate, and that is the OR gate. And those are the outputs. So when you push either one of these buttons for this specific amount of time, the output will switch. Once again, you push the button, the output will switch. So let's try and break this down. So what happens is either one of these buttons will move either one of these arms, turning the output on in this OR gate. The output is sent over to both AND gates, meaning that when you push this button, both of the AND gates are toggled, but one of these AND gates is what I guess you could call half primed from the memory logic. So since this one is half primed, when you push the button, this AND gate will have both inputs on, therefore turning the output on, sending the output to the input of the reset switch on this one, on this side of the memory circuit, toggling it so this one will turn on and that one will turn off. And so since if this one, I do that really quickly, toggle it over. So now this output is on, sending it to the input of this AND gate, making this AND gate half primed there and waiting for the button to be pushed that's sent to both of these controllers for closing the circuit of this one and then sending it over to this one and then there's a loop of the toggling aspects of it. When I'm trying to figure this thing out, it was kind of complicated. That's my first attempt right here. I kind of pieced things together as I went, and I didn't. After I figured it all out, I attempted to try and compact the size. And this one, it's kind of, I guess you could say, a spiral. I didn't exactly like it all that much. I mean, it was kind of finicky. It kind of didn't work out all that great. So I decided to go with something a little more, I guess, linear. And this is the one that is attached to the door here. And toggling it, but I was trying to do my best to compact it down even further. And so this is what I have so far. This is my most compact setup so far. It is a 6x4 setup, and the only thing that this thing doesn't have that the other one does is it doesn't have the OR gate attached to it. So this is purely just the toggling circuit here itself. Now I'm going to try and show you how to set it all up, and hopefully you guys can figure out how to make it an even more compact version. Alright guys, let's get right to it. So what you're going to need is you're going to need 2 blocks, of your choice. It doesn't really matter if they're different colors or not. It's just, just to make sure you have the blocks. You need a bearing, you need the controller, you need sensors, and you can use whatever interface you want to use. So let's first set up the sensors here. So it's going to be 4 sensors in a row, 2 of them. Let's see here, let's switch around. 2 of them are facing up, and 2 of them are going to be facing to the side like so. So these ones are going to be the NOT with a reset, and so the memory circuits. These 2 are going to be the AND gates. So next we're going to have the bearings. We're going to put a bearing there and a bearing here. Add a block here. Add a block on top of the bearing, and then on top of the block we're adding 2 more bearings. And then this one, let's see, take it and go right above the sensor here. And so that's the AND gates that kind of set up there. Now let's take the controller, because we're actually going to use them as a wall. So we're going to set them up like that. We're going to take the bearings, attach it to there, attach there, and then once again take the blocks. And then we're going to come across like that. That. One more. And then on this side, add the last of the controllers. And that is pretty much the physical setup of the toggle switch. Now, time for the hard part. We're going to, just to keep it simple, we're just going to attach that one there, top one there, bottom to this one, top one to this one, and then these 2 controllers are going to be attached to this side. These controllers are attached to this side. There we go. And now we're going to set these 4 are going to be for the AND gate, these 4 are going to be for the memory and reset. So for the AND gate, we're going to simply set it up to a plus 30 degree, starting point, and then negative 30 degree once the power has been sent to the controller. Nope, I'm gonna have to reverse that one. Which one is that? It's that one. Okay, we'll reverse that one. There we go. That's one of the biggest issues. Once again, plus 30 degrees, minus 30 degrees. So those 2 are set up so that's the AND gate. This one once again, plus 30, minus 30, plus 30, minus 30. So why 30 degrees? 30 degrees seems to be the right amount of angle in order to get out of the way of the sensor. As you can fine tune it to a very small amount of number, but it's just easier to set it up this way. So let's see this one. Let's set these ones. This one. Let's make it let's make the two closest to us the reset. So the reset is going to naturally just be up 30 degrees, and then when the power is hit into the controller, it'll be set back down to. Once again, we have to mess with the orientation and everything. So we're going to set that up. This one is going to be the actual memory controller, so we're going to just simply put that as a plus 30. And so once the power is sent to this, it's just going to lift the arm up. So once again, this one is part of the memory, so we're going to do plus 30. Bottom one plus 30, just standing still, and then negative 30 once power is set to it. And that is all the angles set up. Now, time to set up where the outputs go into the inputs and all that fun stuff. So this side needs to go over to that side, but you have to make sure you send it over to the one where for the memory circuit. So the output of this one needs to go to the input with the one for the controller that has only the plus 30 on it. So take this one, drag it up here. Oh, and you need to switch that around. There we go. And once again, this one, come over here. And so that's that setup. And then these, let's see here. This one is going to go. So we're going to continue on with these ones. You also have to send it over into the AND gate to set it to half prime. It doesn't matter which one you send it into. These ones, since they're both the same, so let's just do both of the bottom ones for this. For these. There we go. Let's just do that. So that is essentially the outputs of the memory logic, setup. Now we gotta do the outputs of the AND gate. The AND gate, simply put, you just put it to get, and you bring it over to the one that has the plus 30 and negative 30. So this one we set it up as the bottom two. So we're gonna send it to the bottom one, and then this one is gonna go to, oh crap, where did I hit? Yeah, sometimes this will happen. Fuck. Alrighty, and we're back. I had to fix that just a little bit. So yeah, essentially the output of the AND gate goes into the input of the reset arm, which has the plus 30, negative 31 for both of them, but they're on the same side as each other. You don't cross those ones, and that is essentially the setup of it itself. You can kind of mess with it by going up and on top of it and testing it out. But yeah, at this point we can essentially just put down the put down the button, and which one did I leave open? Okay, I left the top ones open, so bring it up to make sure I can actually get it up to the top ones, and then like that, and that is it all set up. Let's see here, and then switch it back, and then switch it back, and so that's how you do it. Now, if you guys can figure out a better way to make this more compact, easier to build, that'd be great. Let's see if we can put this into some crazy ships or some crazy homes. Just let me know what you guys can. Let's see what you guys can do with this. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.